In today's video, we are going to do our weekly series of defensive rank through whatever week it is. Something that I wanted to keep an eye on as we went into year 4, and we've been slowly watching the defense get better and better and better. Now, through 3 years, the Detroit Lions overall defense, which are yards allowed, which is only one category of the many categories of defense, it has gotten better every single year. It was 28th or 29th year 1. It was dead last year 2 and got all the way up to 18 year 3. And we've been keeping an eye on where it's been through this season. Now, again, this is one of my least watched videos of the week, but that's okay because I enjoy doing them and some of you out there enjoy doing them as well. So I appreciate you. So what we're going to do, we are going to go and we're going to look at where they were last week, which is through week 8. Then we're going to compare that to week 9, but I'm going to surprise you guys with something that I'm going to bring out this particular week and from here on out. This is where the Detroit Lions defense was ranked through week 8. We were 20th in total yards. That's total defense. Our passing defense was 27th. Rushing defense was 5th. Sacks was 14th. Points per game was 8th. And turnover differential was 2nd. Here is where the defense ranks after week 9. So this is after the game against the Green Bay Packers. As you can see, total yards, 22nd, down 2 spots. Passing yards, 29th, down 2 spots. Rushing yards, 7th, down 2 spots. Sacks, 18th, down 4 spots. Points per game, 5th, up 3 spots. And turnover differential, 3rd, down 1 spot. So just for comparison, this is week 8, which was the game after the Tennessee Titans. And this is week 9, which is after the game with the Green Bay Packers. Now, here's what I am going to do because I want to bring in something that this is where I'm going to broaden the horizon, the spectrum, if you will. To me, this is what, let's do this real quick. Let's look back at week 9 right here. If you look at week 9, our defense in these particular categories is worse than it was last week. And in total yards, we were 18th. So right now, halfway through the season, we're 22nd. We ended the season at 18th. So you could say in a way our defense is not really improved in some categories. But I thought about it. And while this is the criteria that I set before, I decided that I was going to branch it out a little bit just to kind of be fair. I think I was being fair before, but I thought about it and I said the defense, we're winning games and stuff like that. And the offense, to me, it's really what's keeping this defense afloat. But I thought about something. The Baltimore Ravens, they have the worst passing defense in the league. That means they allowed the most yards through the air every game so far this season. And I said, well, Derek, how is that the case? What's going on? And I actually recorded this video last night, but I decided to scrap it and start over and bring in this information as well. They got some dogs on their defensive line. They got some dog linebackers. Why are they so bad? And I said, well, it's because their secondary is toast. They got Kyle Hamilton back there. They just traded at the trade deadline for Tre'Davious White, but they got all them dogs up front, but they don't have who we have in the secondary. Now, if you look at our secondary, that's our strong suit. We have Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. We have Afitu Melifonwu coming back, but who's been a factor now? We have Carlton Davis and Terrion Arnold. Was a little handsy at first, but he's cleaned up for the most part of his game. The Baltimore Ravens don't have that, right? So if we had their front 7 with our back 4, we'd probably be undefeated. We had the best defense in the league, probably across the board. So that's the difference between the secondary, how your secondary can help the pass rush. Now, the Baltimore Ravens are last or second to last in the league in pass, and they have that strong front 7, but they have a weak secondary. For us, we have a strong secondary, but a weak front 7. So that's why I think the Lions are not too far from the Baltimore Ravens. If we, like, again, if we had what they had, then we would be just unstoppable. But I decided to branch out into a few more things that we're going to look at. Now, this is the defense, and you can see from the defense, there are a few things we do not have on the graphic that I've created. So we're going to branch out by we have 6 categories. We're going to actually, I have sacks, but we're going to bring in 2 additional categories here, which is third down defense and red zone efficiency. This is the defense for the Detroit Lions. Third down defense. They are ranked number 1, which means that no other team is better getting off the field than the Detroit Lions on third down, which is crazy because I remember from several years ago, the Lions could not get off the field on third down. It could be 3rd and 19, 3rd and 29, 3rd and whatever. I remember we played the Baltimore Ravens in 2021, and it was a 3rd down and 20-something, 3rd down and 19, something insane. Lamar Jackson completed a pass, which essentially got them in, like, to kick that go-ahead field goal. So there's another thing. We are first in getting off the field on third down. That is a major difference as well. Takeaways. We already have that one. Red zone efficiency. We are 4th, which means that there are only 3 other teams better than us getting off the field when the opposing team is in the red zone. So in between the 20s, we're not that great on defense. But once that field shortens and becomes the red zone, we are 4th best in the league getting off the field. We are 1st best in the league getting off the field on third down. These 2 stats, to me, I had to add these in there just to be fair, because if you look at the other graph, if you look at this graph here, our defense has not improved that much. And this is still quite concerning if you ask me. But the difference is these 2 things, if you add these 2 things, so instead of the 6, we're going to take away sacks, and we're going to add sacks is a big deal to me. But if you take away, there are teams that are worse than us record-wise that have way more sacks than we do. But I had to include, I still think they're super important, but I had to include those 2 categories as well. So what we'll do is from now on, we will go through the categories. I'll do my graph, blah, blah, blah. And then we will bring in this as well. Now, I could add it to the graph, but quite frankly, I do not feel like readjusting all that stuff, and I have to move it and then make room and then make sure it's evenly spaced and all that stuff. I don't feel like doing that. Okay. So we'll bring in 10-20 minutes graph here, but go from there. So the defense overall is not the greatest in between the 20s. But on the other side, we are best in the National Football League getting off the field on third down, which is outstanding for the Detroit Lions. And we are 4th best in the league in red zone efficiency on defense. Just to contrast that, where are we on offense? We are 8th in the league in offense. But we'll go over all this when we do our preview heading in. We're going to do that during what I'm going to do is that's part of the pregame tailgate now. So we'll add that in, but you couple up a top 10. So just for the record, we are top 5 in points per game defense and points per game offense. We're 1st and 5th. Total defense, we are 22nd. Total offense, we are 7th. So right now we have a Super Bowl winning caliber team. We just need Zadarius Smith and maybe one more. I think if we already got Z, right? If we can land somebody else, or if somebody from the Detroit Lions currently can step up, we will go and win the Super Bowl. I know the Kansas City Chiefs cannot mess with us right now. And if Patrick Mahomes, if anything happens, if you were to take him out and put in Carson Wentz, it is a wrap. We would just cakewalk the Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest with you. The way this team is playing, if this defense can stay at this level and just get a little bit better in total defense, they allow 357 yards per game, which is there's only 11 teams? No, 10 teams that are worse than them. You know, that's not really a Super Bowl winning team, but we don't let there's only 4 other teams that let teams into the end zone more than us, or let them score more than us. This is a big deal. Big deal. But we'll go over everything else as we do our, you know what, this week I might do a video. I like doing the videos. I haven't done a video in a while, so I might do a video about the preview. And then we'll talk about it during the pregame tailgate as well. So I will be home this Sunday as we do the game. These late night games, man, are tough because you got the 8:15 kickoff, and then we at the post-game show, we're talking about 1:30. Then I have to wind down after that. Sometimes I don't even get to sleep the next day. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, I enjoy doing these videos. I really do, and I hope you enjoy them as well. We hit 25,000 subscribers. The giveaway will be coming sometime probably next week. Right now, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to make it on myself, and then we'll go from there. But I will certainly let you guys know when that is happening. It'll probably be done in a community post like it's been the last couple of times, but I will let you know ahead of time when that's going to happen. So make sure you watch all of my videos, at least in the next week, all the way to the end as well. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other and make smart decisions. And as always, go Lions.